Welcome to another exciting episode of Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. We've got Rasheed on board.
Good morning.
And Rasheed, he seems to, it's 4:17 in the morning, so his response to how are you wasn't, I'm fantastic, but turns out usually only between 4 and 5 in the morning, that's when he's not fantastic.
Absolutely.
Or he hasn't got his coffee. But typically, he is fantastic on a daily basis, and I'd love to hear when that happens, because this is an uplifting show. So, Rasheed, tell us about your attitude in life.
Well, I believe that every day is a vacation. You know, my outlook is sort of like you start your day off like baking a cake. I know exactly what the perfect cake tastes like. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what it smells like. And every single day, I start over with fresh ingredients. Every single day, I bake my cake all over again. I know exactly what ingredients to admit every single day in order to make the perfect cake. And I know exactly what ingredients to leave out in order for my cake not to turn out so perfect. So every day, I strive to do that. And believe it or not, it works out because I know exactly what it takes in order to fuel my zen.
That's wonderful to hear, and I imagine you're enjoying eating your cake as well, not just baking it, because I don't want you to save your cake for tomorrow, but you're going to enjoy it today, right?
Absolutely. Every single day is just, you got to enjoy the simple things. I'm one of those people that, just going to sit by the beach or just observing nature, or one of my favorite things to do is just to fly my drone by the beach and shoot in 4K and just take in the sights. And you know what I do after that? In a very boring fashion, I go back home and I look at it on my big screen television. And it's just a simple
but you're
thing,
getting enjoyment from that. That's what it's all about. Every day is so precious, as you said.
Absolutely.
To lose a day and not to do what your passion is a day lost.
I think when I turned 40, I'm 46 right now. I think that when I turned 40, I looked through life through a totally different lens. Things that I probably looked over or didn't really appreciate. Suddenly I became appreciative of it because I saw 40 years slip by and I really wasn't enjoying it. And I realized that every single day is precious and you should seize it. And one of the reasons I'm leaving today is to go see my mom, who I haven't seen in a couple of years, but I always FaceTime with her, and I have an opportunity to go see her and surprise her. So that's one of the things. That's one of the ways I'm going to make my cake today and feed my soul. It's absolutely fantastic. Even being able to sit in the car and go and fly somewhere. Like when I say the simple things, I think it's amazing that I get to leave here and be across the country in a matter of hours, where some people may not be able to get there in days. So even that is a blessing. You don't take anything for granted, and that's the way I live my life.
Well, Rasheed, you're, in my beliefs, you're 10 years above the curve, because most people hit 50 before they realize what you've realized.
Yeah.
And I'm on a mission to tell people early. I think a lot of times it happens when there's a death. I don't think people experience life until they experience death.
Right.
Death in the family, a close friend, and then they realize what you realized.
Right.
And I love when, through these interviews, people like yourself say things that I say. I never said it in that fashion with the cake, but that's exactly how you need to look at life every day. It's so precious.
Yeah. You said something earlier. You talked about death, and I've had death close to me, and some of my friends were talking about this recently. I'm a very God-fearing person, and God prepares you for the inevitable. It's going to happen. And as you move throughout life, when you're a kid, being a child, probably, the closest thing that that may have deceased before you is probably your grandparents. And you feel it, you feel it all depends on how close you are, but you don't feel it, the way you would if it was, say, your sibling or your best friend or your mom, So, for instance, my grandfather passed, it really affected me deeply. I was younger, but eventually, all of a sudden, as you get older, people that are really, really close to you start passing as well. And as you see that, you get more and more remorseful, but then all of a sudden you realize that you have to prepare for that as well. So, my parents are in their 80s right now, and then they're still here, thank God. But, there's been a series of deaths in my family that will prepare me for when that day comes, and I just want to make sure that I spend as much time as I can, because it's just precious. The most precious thing that you have is time, and what you spend, what you spend, your life doing with that time is where the impact is.
That's right. So you're exactly right. I love hearing you speak, as you're saying, you're preaching to the choir, so to speak. I never had grandparents, and I lost my parents at 9. I was orphaned at 9 years old, so I think I got a jump on experiencing life and getting more out of it. And in my 64 years, I've had a full life. I mean, I'm very happy to have accomplished and experienced what I've done, and now I'm on a mission to get other people. So in closing, Rasheed, how are you?
I am absolutely amazing.
Okay. I'd rather you be fantastic, because, see, amazing doesn't put the smile on your face. Okay?
I'm amazingly fantastic.
There you go.
That may be one of the things. I'm amazingly fantastic. I'm a happy person. I'm a zenful
Amazing's
person.
good, wonderful's good, but the smile is a physical thing that releases these chemicals, the serotonin, as I mentioned earlier, the other chemicals. And I'm glad you have that state of mind. Please, people, listen to Rasheed. If you don't listen to me, listen to Rasheed. He's got it going on. And, I mean, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. I love that song. And if you're watching for the first time, please subscribe. Please share. Share this kind of knowledge out with the people that you think might need it. A lady on board heard my speech, which is your speech, and she said, my dad's 85 years old and he's miserable. Well, people choose to be miserable. You can choose to be happy, miserable, or fantastic, right? And unfortunately, I guess he's blaming life. He's 85, but shit. Maybe he finally realized what you did at 40. And start getting it together,
Well, also, too, for your listeners, too. Sorry to butt back in, but
No.
One of the things I did that was really, really fulfilling for me is I had a mentor that I went to school with at the University of South Carolina. Her name was Catherine Strickland. She was my professor. Shout out to Kenny Strickland. But she was one of my mentors, very, very instrumental in my career, my life, and I still kept in touch with her even 25 years later. And then my dad also was instrumental in my career and getting me started, off in entrepreneurialism, if you want to call it. So I started a scholarship at the University of South Carolina in the name of my father, honoring Kenny Strickland. So for kids who are going to the University of South Carolina's hospitality, retail, and sports management program, look up the Yaki Muhammad Endowed Scholarship Fund. That's in honor of Kenny Strickland. That's it.
Kitty, thank you for encouraging this young man to do what he's doing and thinking like he's thinking. More people need to do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, be fantastic. Enjoy every day. There's only 24 hours in it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you soon.